The Gaming Section.
Hello, my name is Christopher Almada, aka the Licks Master, or Licks for short as I like to go by. Today I'm presenting you with what I'm going to call the TGS Tidbit. What is TGS, you ask? It stands for the website my associates and I operate on called thegamingsection.com. We are a blog and opinion site talking about gaming news, reviews, previews, and anything and all things gaming. This news segment I call the TGS Tidbit will also feature just that. All things gaming related, from small bits of news to top gaming news stories. With that being said, welcome to the TGS Tidbit. Today I'm going to cover a brief recap of some of the more popular titles at what they call Day Zero at E3. First and foremost, I have to get this one off my chest because this is one of the most highly anticipated games for me and my other friends and I that we play with on Xbox Live. Microsoft revealed the Halo Master Chief Collection, which is a full collection of all 4 Halo titles. Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo 3, and Halo 4. And to top it off, with the purchase of the game, you get to enter the beta for Halo 5 Guardian. I'm so stoked. There's so many times I remember playing Halo 1 Combat Evolved and having 2-on-2 grudge matches between my brother and I and my 2 friends, and it was just freaking amazing. We would just kill each other constantly all night and have so much tension at the end of the fucking night. It was awesome. Then Halo 2 came out. That was our first chance of getting a shot at matchmaking. Oh boy, was that great. Sweet nostalgia for you. I used to have LAN parties with this game. 4 TVs, 4 rooms, 4 consoles, 1 router, and one hell of a time because holy shit, we had some crazy matches up in there for 16-man local LAN action. Halo 3 came out, same exact thing. Continue the LAN matches. And also took it to the online matchmaking to pwn some fools, if you know what I mean. Top it off with the inclusion of Halo 4. And who wouldn't want a collection of these games? $60 is pretty damn cheap. Did I mention also that Halo 2's multiplayer is actually untouched from the Xbox version? You can actually snap between the classic Halo 2 and the revamped version, from what I read. Moving on though, Halo Guardians. Halo 5 Guardians is set to be a 60 frames per second shooter on dedicated servers. The possibilities are really endless on what this is going to look like. This is going to be freaking amazing. I personally can't wait to see what it's going to be like. Battle arenas at 60 frames per second. It's going to be one big clusterfuck of Spartans running around, fighting and killing each other. Next, BioWare teased at us a little trailer of Mass Effect 4, testing out its new visuals and the backgrounds and stages and whatnot, and it looks pretty awesome from so far from what I've seen. Another game that I can't wait to get in my hands onto. Although from what it sounds like, they're going to have more of a new story. I don't think they're going to go with, the classic characters. Which is okay. New story is going to be cool if that's what the case is going to be. Mass Effect was one of the greatest stories ever told in my opinion. I love playing. I never gave it a chance at first, but once I played part 1 and then part 2, I was hooked. That was it. Sadly, disappointed in part 3's ending, but I mean, that's a whole other story that we can get into later. On a positive note for Mass Effect 3, not only Mass Effect 3, but the other Mass Effects as well, some of the decisions that they make, that game had me freaking upset all the time. I had a Paragon playthrough, I had a Renegade playthrough, and every time I did Renegade, I was pissed at some of the decisions I had to make. That game really grips you emotionally and just grabs you by the freaking balls. Next, another honorable mention for all you Star Wars fans out there was the inclusion of a little trailer for Star Wars Battlefront 3. And the development team on this really went on balls to the wall with this. They went not only to Lucas Studios to look at some of the old props they used for the actual movie filming, they also went to the actual sets of where it happened. They went to the freaking Hoth set, Endor set, took pictures, video, mixing it all together, boom, voila, they got themselves a Star Wars Battlefront 3 stew that's brewing that's gonna knock your socks off. Yeah, I'm looking at you, LucasArts. Next, another first-person shooter that I personally never really cared for the series, but looks very promising, Battlefield Hardline. Like I said, I've never given the Battlefield series a chance. I played Bad Company 2, saw a little bit of 4, but this is a whole new spin. Instead of being on the battlefield this time, they're actually taking the action to the streets. Yes, the streets. I know, crazy, right? It's going to be more of a cops and robbers-esque type of game. The live show featured multiplayer footage of a game mode called Heist, where the crooks actually have to attack an armored truck, secure the loot, and bounce the fuck out. Meanwhile, you got the cops chasing them down, trying to capture them and subdue them. It's pretty crazy and frantic if you watch the trailer, but it looks very promising. I'm actually very excited to try this game out. And that's a first for me, because I mean, I'm more of a Call of Duty guy, but this looks very promising, like I said. Next comes 2K Games Evolve. Powered by the CryEngine, this game's visuals are stunning. The premise of the game, you can have 4 players, 4 classes: Assault, Medic, Support, and Trapper. The purpose is to work cooperatively to take on a monster that's out in the field, and as time passes, every moment, the monster gets stronger. Now the coolest spin on this is you also get to be the monster. Not too many games have it that you get to be a monster and freaking wreak havoc on a team that's trying to hunt you down. And as the monster, your purpose is to feed off of other animals, grow stronger, get bigger, and as time progresses and the longer it takes for them to hunt you down, the more powerful you become. Pretty soon, the hunters become the hunted. You can take the battle to the base and just kick their shit in if you want. This game looks amazing. I personally can't wait to play it with my buddies. Evolve, take my money already. Evolve is set to be released in October this year. Beta is also exclusive for the Xbox. Next, one of my most favorite series, the Call of Duty series. Sledgehammer Games revealed Call of Duty Advanced Warfare induction trailer. This gave us a little insight of how the game's going to look as you play it. Man, did I salivate as this thing was going on. I almost had to change my underpants. I nearly blew my load. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 is more of a futuristic shooter, but this one just takes it to a whole new level. You got armored mechs walking around with Gatling guns on them. You got jetpacks for backpacks, and then you also got grenades that you can switch to different functions on the fly. You can switch from a frag grenade to an EMP grenade to a smart grenade, a contact grenade. That's freaking awesome. I never seen a game where you can just change a grenade on the fly like that. This game's going to be a good one. And as an avid Call of Duty player, I honestly was looking forward to Treyarch's turn at this rotation this year to give out their new Call of Duty and see what Zombies was going to look like on the next gen. But you know, it's okay. Sledgehammer is included in the rotation now. Let's see what Sledgehammer Games can bring to the table. We got Infinity Ward bringing in Extinction, and I love Extinction. It's one of my new most favorite modes to play. Actually, I play more than the multiplayer mode itself. And Zombies is another one of my favorites. Ever since I played Call of Duty World at War, my cousin came down, my mind was fucking blown. It was just like... This shit was amazing. Zombies is easily one of my favorite modes to play. Coming from Call of Duty World at War to Black Ops 2. And hands down, Zombies is always going to be one of my favorite game types to play. Blowing up zombies with the Wonder Weapons. The Wonder Weapons are freaking awesome. You know, pew 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 pew, making their weird ass noises, but hey, it's freaking cool when you see heads blowing up and bodies exploding and then throwing some symbol monkeys that'd be a big distraction to save your ass. Awesome. Gotta love it. Everything I like to see in a zombie shooter game. With that being said, I'm curious to see what Sledgehammer Games can bring to the table, if they bring a new mode, that is. If not, their campaign's looking pretty promising so far, and I'm sure the multiplayer is going to be top-notch. This is another one to look out for. Next, we have Bungie's Destiny. Destiny is another one of those video games that's just very aesthetically pleasing to the human eye. The trailer looked awesome. This game looks to be more like an action RPG-ish type, and it's going to be freaking cool when it comes out. The beta for it actually comes out on the PS4 exclusively. Next we have Dawngate, a new MOBA developed in the like of League of Legends. And League of Legends is one of my favorite games to also play in my recent rotation of games that I actually do play nowadays. When I find the time to do so, that is. But nonetheless, this game looks awesome as well. It's going to be more of a lore-based game, as they said. The decisions you make during the game can actually alter what happens. You can either discover a new character, or shaper as they call him, I believe a shaper, or hero, whatever. Same shit, right? Or it can do something else entirely and change in the story. And also all the characters know each other in the game, so when you face off in either the battlefield or as allies, they interact with each other, which sounds kind of cool. Next we have Rainbow Six Siege. This game looked really promising too. It's been about 6 years since the last Rainbow Six game. And honestly, the last Rainbow Six game I can remember playing was Rogue Spear. God, sweet memories of that one. Sitting around a corner with C4 and third-person view, waiting till your cousin comes up just to blow his ass away was amazing. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Scuba Steve. This game is kind of set to be like 5-on-5 action. You're going to have hostages with terrorists. The terrorists have, obviously, the hostages. Then you have a SWAT team trying to strategically get into this home to rescue the hostages. Now, the crazy element is you can blow the shit out of this home meanwhile. You can breach windows, you can breach ceilings, you can breach the floor below you. And you can even shoot out the walls just to, to add that real tactical advantage to it. You can have a friend outside rappelling on a building, and as soon as you shoot open the wall, give them sight on the terrorists, boom, 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 take them out. Either way, this looks very promising for this type of a game. It showed the terrorists holding up the hostages as a shield. I can't wait to get some 5-on-5 action on this bad boy with my buddies. Moving on. Today, Ubisoft revealed the new Assassin's Creed Unity. And this time around, they're adding a whole new element to it. They got 4-player multiplayer co-op. That's right. You and 3 of your other friends can go taking on targets and silently killing them. Or publicly killing them. Whichever way you prefer. Doesn't matter to me. Whatever floats your boat or sinks your ship. You know what I'm saying? This takes place during the French Revolution. And your main target in this video trailer that they revealed is the Marquis. So the 4 of them do their parkour and jump through buildings. And the purpose of 4-player co-op is to develop a strategy to take on your target and take them out silently or in a riot. That's up to you. Or any way you want. It really doesn't matter. You make the rules, you do it. And it's just freaking awesome. I mean, this is a whole new thing for Assassin's Creed. Using team strategy to take on a common foe, to take out guards, pass through people, and take out your main target. Freaking amazing. And the last game I'd like to talk to you guys about is Tom Clancy's The Division. The Division is powered by Snowdrop, and man is it visually stimulating. Just looking at this trailer, I gave myself a nerd boner many times. This game's just so beautiful. Pulling up maps on the go like that, digitally, and the combat looks awesome. Like I said, it's been a while since I played a good Tom Clancy game. And this one looks very promising. The combat is just amazing. Can't wait to see what other gadgets and gizmos they have in store for this game. In my opinion, this game has the potential to be one of the top games of the year. I just hope they have a character you can select named Ding Chavez, because that guy was mas chingon. I think that's where I'm going to end this show for now. Thank you for joining me in today's TGS Tidbit. As always, you can follow us on Facebook at The Gaming Section, our Twitter at The Gaming Sec, and our Twitch channel, The Gaming Section, whenever we play the newest games, old games, just any games in general. Also, check out our website, www.thegamingsection.com. We have a weekly podcast. You can check us out on iTunes and Stitcher. I'd like to thank you again for tuning in. This is Lix, signing out. Good day, and game on.